Impact MBA and a first-class degree in computer science. We are dealing with serious individuals here, Imuka. We are dealing with serious individuals here. And I want you to stand up as we receive this gentleman. He is a certified inclusive business advisor, a certified professional trainer with high field level 3 award in education and training, and a certified climate launchpad coach. You guys. Hey, I want you to stand up. Amon, led by Amon. Can we get people to stand up? Please, can we stand up? Hamis, whether you like it or not, it's an instruction. Stand up as we receive Adnan Bomba. You are the one who is going to ensure that our next guest has security. He's a founding board member for the Agri-Business Incubation Alliance of Uganda, a private sector-driven multi-stakeholder partnership and a membership platform that aims to build a positive, practical shared agenda for sustainable agribusiness. I want you to welcome with me Mr. Roy Gakuo.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, the session that just ended was a ball. Did we enjoy it? Well, I hope I'll maintain the momentum. So, how many amongst us own businesses? Oh, that's good. How many are looking at scaling beyond Uganda? All right? Then I think I'm in the right place. All right. Ignore the pleasantries. Today I was asked by the BNI team to share with you a couple of tips in line with what you should pay attention to in your business as you look at scaling beyond where you are. So I just wanted to know if I had a presentation, but I'm happy to proceed depending on the team's guidance. All right. Since most of us have shared that they have businesses, did you know that Uganda is considered to be the most entrepreneurial country in the world? All right. That's a good one to know. The only challenge that comes with that is, did you also know that 8 out of 10 businesses that open today will close by the 5th year? Did you know that? So that is one of the reasons why Imuka Access exists. We believe most of us start our businesses with great hope, great dreams, and we actually invest a lot of our resources, not only financial, but time. Unfortunately, in the process of starting the business, a lot of things happen, and we end up burying the business. I wanted to pay attention to share with you a few ideas that you should be able to pay attention to as you nurture and grow your business, and potentially you should be able to scale beyond where you are. And I will start with, is your business investment ready? How many think their businesses are investment ready? Wow. I saw so many hands when people said when I asked if you had a business. Many of you. All right. So many of you were very proud indicating that you had businesses, which was great. But the next question was, is your business investment ready? And I saw only 2 hands. But what does it mean to be investment ready? Most of you think that you don't deserve to access some of these opportunities that investors have. But I want to share with you that any of you, depending on what your business is or your idea is, you can actually be able to attract funding to scale your business, just in case you may not know. But what investors love to see in your business, or what your business needs to have, is it needs to have a viable business model. A business model is? What is a business model? He says it's the way you deliver value to your customers. In simple terms, your business model is really, how do you make money? And do you actually make money? Okay? So, one thing investors always want to see is, are you making money? Are you making money? Some businesses exist by name, but when you go into the numbers, you find that they have not transacted any money. Now, that usually discourages, because if you are not making money, why should somebody give you money to invest in what does not make money? So it doesn't make sense. So one thing you need to pay attention in your business is ensure that you are actually making money, you are generating revenue. As you generate, that means, and that makes your business fairly attractive to investment opportunities. The other thing is your growth potential. Now, to simplify what growth potential is you need, whatever you are doing needs to be attracting many people who want to buy from you. Okay? So if there is a lot of potential opportunity for other people to buy because you have something valuable, something that many people would love to buy, then there is potential for you to grow. Why should you scale in entire Uganda or out of Uganda when people don't need your product? So your product needs to be good, interesting, and it should be serving what customers would love to be served with. And that is very important. The other thing that you need to pay attention to in your business is you need to have a strong management. Now, when I say a strong management, is you need to have a team. You don't need, if it's an engineering company, you don't expect the entire team to be engineers. You need to complement the team. You can be an engineer. We need somebody in operations who, if it is an engineering business, obviously an engineer would make sense. Then you need somebody in finance, somebody to manage your finance. Okay? Then we need somebody who should be able at least to be in sales and marketing. Those are 3 key pillars that you need to pay attention to in your business. If your business does not have somebody handling operations, somebody handling finance, somebody handling sales and marketing, yes, it could be one initially. Many of us start as individuals, but as it grows, you need to have a complementary team to help you at least in those 3 pillars. That is why many times when you go seeking, especially external financing, they always ask you, send us your organizational structure. What they want to pay attention to is, okay, operation-wise, technically, are you fit? finance, is he qualified? And from the sales and marketing, are we generating more business into the company? So you need to pay attention to that, and that will ensure that you actually attract opportunities. The other bit is market opportunity. You need to understand who is your market, who is your customer. What does he need from you? And do you understand his needs to the point that you serve him so well that he comes back? Okay? We encourage you to serve your customers well, because repeat customers attract other customers to come into your business. And so, and it is also a big factor when an investor is trying to evaluate if they can invest in your business. Sometimes they want to check, okay, which are the customers, who are the customers you've served? Are they happy with your services? Would they be willing to buy, or are they still buying from you? If that is the case, then you are a promising business moving forward. Now, for most of us, or for those of us who will be looking at raising money in the near future or in the future, you need to understand that we have so many investors, but they all look at different things. So when somebody tells you I'm an investor, don't assume he's fit for your business. They all look at different things to determine if they are the right fit for you. Now, depending on the business that you do, usually you need to understand what kind of money do you want. Okay? We call that financial instrument. What financial instrument, or what kind of money do you want? The type of funding. In broad categories, we have debt and equity, or a loan and equity, where you give a piece of your business to an investor. The question is, based on what you are trying to do, or what you need the money for, is it something that you can simply generate and pay back? But if you feel like it needs some patience, you need to use this money for some time, you need to nurture the business for some time, then that necessitates you to go for equity, which means you are giving a piece of your business to an investor. Are we together? Then you also need to understand, how much money are you looking at? Because most investors have different ticket sizes, we call them ticket sizes, or sizes, or the amounts of money that they give. So you need to understand, when you're interacting with investors, you need to understand what are their ticket ranges. Do they give between $10,000 and $100,000, 10 to 100, 100 to 500, 500 to $1 million? So if you go to one who gives $500,000 to $1 million, and you are seeking $50,000, you are speaking to the wrong person. Don't waste your time, because you are not aligned by virtue of focus. The other bit is the stage of your business. Okay? Depending on where you are in your business. To understand stages, sometimes you are in the research phase. Okay? Where you've not started the business. That is a stage. Now, at that point, you may need to attract a different kind of financial. Okay? Typically, we recommend at that level you look for grant opportunities that are aligned with your goals at that point, since you are not yet functional or actively in business. Then there is a level of proof of concept, where you've discovered your idea and you now want to take it a notch higher, okay, to test it. Now here we normally have angel investors who you can engage. They can believe in the idea and they will certainly want to support you. And then there is the seed phase, where you test it and you want to scale. So there you can engage potential venture capital partners and investors. So there are different stages, and depending on the stage, you are likely to attract a different kind of financing opportunity. The other bit is your business model. How does your business work? For example, if I'm a coffee farmer, I'm a coffee dealer, you'll find that coffee is abundant in a certain season, and then during a certain season it's off. The kind of money you need may be different from somebody who has a fintech and transacts every day. So you need to understand, based on the business model, how your business works, then what kind of money would be suitable. Then what do you need this money for? Depending on your use of the money, then it determines what kind of money you should be able to attract. So the use of funds, some of you need to set in structure like this, buy factory and set up before you start. Some simply need working capital to go ahead. So depending on the use of the money that you need, then that may determine the kind of financial partner you need. You also need to be aware that a good number of investors have certain focuses. Some may focus on agriculture, maybe climate, maybe health, education. So in your interaction, you need to know what are your focus areas, because most of them do not invest in everything. Usually they have certain sectors that they would love to pay attention to. So those areas will always determine who is the right fit or the right partner for you. If you get the wrong partner, chances are you will have a lot of challenges because your needs and requirements are not aligned. All right? So the other bit is you need to know some of the things investors love paying attention to. So how you communicate and what you communicate is key. So typically, most of us usually send our pitch deck, or what we call our investor deck. Okay? We usually go to pitch. I'm sure you've seen or you've heard the NSSF Innovator. And there are so many other pitching opportunities where entrepreneurs go and meet investors to pitch their businesses. What are some of the recommended slides or areas that you need to talk about when you are pitching your business? One of the things, obviously, you need to have a cover page which gives an idea of what you are pitching. Now, the cover page is usually the slide that takes longest before you start presenting. So whatever you put there can either arouse curiosity or make it look boring. Okay? You need to understand the problem you are solving in the market. You need to understand the value you are delivering to your customer. You need to present your solution in a way that is simple and understandable. And then you need to present the market opportunity. What is the market you are targeting and what is the size? Because the size of this market you are targeting will determine how much you are likely to generate over a certain period of time. And usually it's an interesting area that investors always want to know. The business model which I've talked about, and then a competitor analysis. Who are your competitors in the market and what makes you stand out in the market? Then traction. Traction is, have you already generated money? Do you have existing customers? And how much money have you generated so far? Because that can help determine how far you can go. Then marketing strategy, how do you intend to penetrate the market further? Okay? Financials, in terms of indicating, okay, what are your numbers? And then impact. Currently, there is a lot of interest on ESG, environmental, social, and governance. You need to pay attention that your business is not destroying the environment, but creating a positive dynamic in the environment. I talked about the team. Your team is very key. And finally, your ask and use of the funds. So remember, as I finalize, I call them the 4 M's. Management. Ultimately, the decision will be made on, is the management right? Is it complementary? Is it qualified? If you've never handled $1 million and you want to attract $1 million, then they will pay attention on the team and credibility in terms of handling such kind of money. Market. Can we justify, have you justified that there is a good market opportunity in that business? Money. This is evidenced by your financial statements, that is the income statement, balance sheet and cash flow for the past and moving forward. That helps assess if you actually a potential business to invest. And momentum in terms of the strategy. What strategy have you put in place to actually grow your business? I hope these tips will help you as you nurture and nourish your business moving forward. As Imuka, we support businesses in these areas. If you need to refine your business model, we have a guide, but we can also support you in that direction. We also have a simplified business model guide, a business planning guide. Most of us do not understand what needs to be in our business, but even if we had, we don't use it even to manage our business. So we've designed and crafted a very simple business plan that you can use to run your business, manage your business, but also you can use it to engage potential financials and investors. And we also have a pitching guide for those those ones who want to understand pitching and storytelling. So we can discuss further depending on your interest and need. I think that's all I wanted to share with you, and feel free to engage us further, and we'll be happy to support you. These are just some of the samples that we have available. We have a booth just in the first lane in case any of you want to interface with us. Thank you, and I wish you the very best as you grow and scale your businesses. Thank you.
Do we have any questions for him?
Any queries, please?
Any queries? Contributions, subtractions? If you'd like to subtract, don't raise your hand. Okay. To support and help them prepare, the journey towards investment.
Thank you very much for that question. So we are actually available and we can discuss. Okay, so it's free initial discussion because we have a form that enables us access where you are and what you are doing, depending on what you need to be supported. It's after the assessment that you can discuss the milestones and the cost of those milestones. So we don't look at you and say, you look like you can give me confidence. We don't judge you by that, we judge you by me, and we have a form